Yes, welcome back to the sessions on the subject marketing management. Myself is M. Umrez, working as an assistant professor, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In the previous session, as I addressed about targeting, and in today's lecture, as I will talk about positioning. So, with respect to positioning, as we will start with knowing the definition of positioning, and then we will go for significance of positioning. After that, we will continue with the basic strategies of positioning, and we'll conclude the today's session with positioning errors. Now, before going to enter into the concept of positioning, first just let us recall why we are talking about positioning. We have a framework that we'll call it as STP framework, where S stands for segmentation, T stands for targeting, and P stands for positioning. So, for every business, what we will do, there are a big market that we have. It is impossible to any company to fulfill all the needs of every customer. So, what they'll do, they will divide the entire market into different segments. This process is, we'll call it as segmentation. Now, once a segmentation has been done, this entire process, now, can we able to fulfill the needs and wants of all the segments? May not be possible. 2 or 3 that we could able to select. Now, after that one, that selection process, that we will call it as targeting. For example, A, B, C segment that we have selected. So, such processes will call it as targeting. Now, for this C segment, our company has manufactured a product. How do the customer knows about the product? How do the customer has to treat my product? That's, we will call it as, that concept is, we'll call it as positioning. That means we need to inform to the customer what we are. What is our product, what it does, how it does, all such type of elements as we'll call them as positioning. Now come to the basic definition of positioning. It is an act of designing the company's offering. Here the company's offering is nothing but the different types of products that it will offer to the customers to fulfill their needs. And image, creating an image about a product to make a distinctive place in the minds of the customers. Now, a question arises, why we need to create a different, unique position in the minds of the customers. For example, when we will go to a shop to purchase a pen, to purchase pencils, there are many different brands might be available in that shop, like A, B, C are the 3 different unknown brands which are not, which I don't know, are available, and other than to that, as I have Apsara and Natraj available in the market with that store. Now, what I will do, when my category is I want to purchase a pencil, so definitely I will prefer Apsara. Why? Apsara is a very good pencil manufacturer that has created, that I assume that is already present in many of the customers' mind. This is with respect to the pencil that we said. But whereas when I went to the same shop to buy a pen, Apsara pen is available. Now, do I prefer this Apsara pen? Means may not be. Why? I feel that Apsara pen has not occupied in that mind. Creating such a positive image about a brand, about a product in the minds of the customer is targeting. Is positioning. Now, why to create this positioning? How it is important or how it is beneficial to the business. The first one is, we will talk about, it will create competitive advantages. How? Basically, whenever we are creating an unique image in the minds of the customers, then it itself will differentiate ourselves with among all the competitors. We will stand in the minds of the customers as a special entity. Like one of the best example that we have, it is Apple. There are many premium brand laptops, mobiles available in the market. But still, Apple is considered as one of the premium brand product in the market. Why it will happen? Because of the way that they have positioned themselves. The next one that we will, we have it is, it will help the organization in order to build strong brand identity. That means whenever we have created an image, then ultimately wherever that we are in the market, then customer can able to identify us very effectively, very easily. That is, a brand, a product will create its own personality, and it can be easily identified by the customers. Like the example that we have, Nike. Nike is a brand that is very well known for excellent performing brand in the market. So like that, as it will create a brand identity for itself. The next that we have it will enhances to recall and create the awareness. Why to recall? So whenever I just now, as I said, whenever we went to a shop to purchase any product like laptop, like refrigerator, like mobile, now which products that we will buy, like LG mobile is available in the market. Do I prefer to go for LG mobiles? Means I don't know much more about the LG mobiles, because of that I may not prefer. But whereas Redmi mobiles, yes, I very well knows about it, I will buy. Samsung mobile, I'll buy. That means when we have positioned our product in a clear sense among the customers, then it will be very easy for recalling to that customer, so that they will buy our product immediately. For example, if we will go to the villages, instant coffee, the people won't ask for the instant coffee to the shop, keeper. They'll ask to give brew. Whatever the brand that they, even though they are giving Nescafe, that they'll take. But for them, instant coffee means brew. That is recalling. So that will increases when we will do our positioning in a proper way. And at the same time, it will enable premium pricing. Now, there are certain type of premium brands that are available in the market. For such type of premium brands, if we will do a strong positioning, then it will definitely help in order to recall, in order to be preferred by the customers. One of the example like Rolex that we have. Now, next, influences customer decision making. So, whenever a customer want to take any decision to purchase which brand, for example, as we have the different brand products are available in the market in each and every category. Now, which one that I need to buy? To remove such type of confusion, what will happen? They'll just recall. What is there in their mind is immediately they will take their decision. That is, customer decision making will become more effective whenever the positioning has been done in a effective manner. For example, a customer want to buy any antiseptic liquid, then ultimately they'll go without any doubt that Dettol, because Dettol has created itself in the market, in the minds of the customer, as a very well known brand for antiseptic liquid. It will also support for market segmentation and targeting. Why? Because it will provide value propositions in a clear sense. What kind of customers and what kind of brand, it will clearly define. Then ultimately what happen? Our segmentation and targeting will become more effective. Next one, brand loyalty can be increased. When we will position our brand in a proper way among the customers, then emotionally that the customers will be connected with it. Emotional connection will be created with customers. Then ultimately what happens? The customer will regularly prefer to buy that product. Even though the price hike, any considerations, it will be ignored. Like Starbucks, it has positioned itself like it is not just a coffee, it is an experience that they are giving to the customers. So through that, the people are emotionally connected with that brand. And the last that we can say that it will reduces marketing cost. How does the marketing cost can be increases? Because return on investment will increases. Because whenever we are spending any expenditure on advertisement, promotion of a product, then ultimately what happen? When we will position in when we will telecast that advertisement, and when we are succeeded in positioning, ultimately what happen? Many customers will be attracted with that. That is, sales of the product will ultimately increases. Whenever the sales increases, so the expenditure that we have invested will reduces, because the return on investment will increase. So these are the different ways that a positioning is providing certain benefit to the organizations. Because of that, is every organization will position their products, brands in a exclusive way. Now, how do we position them? So there are different types of positioning or positioning strategies that we have. Among them, the first and basic element that we will consider, that is attribute positioning. Now, what is the attributes? Attributes are nothing but the different features of a product. Like whenever we want to buy a travel bag. Now, in case of a travel bag, what happen? What we will see? More luggage that we need to pack, but with less space. So, such type of size dimensions will attract the customers. Or else, whenever weight of a substance. So, whenever we want to purchase any mobile, what is the basic characteristic that the customer want to have? Many benefits, many features, but the weight of that mobile should be very less. So, we will promote our brand in such a way that our mobile is a premium one, which it will provide less weight. and at the same time different types of features like different fragrance that it is providing, different types of colors that it is having, different types of styles that they are offering, different shapes that it will provide, etc. All these are the different attributes of a product that will be positioned. Come to the next one, that is benefits positioning. Now, what is the benefit positioning? Positioning can be done based upon what kind of benefits that the product is giving to their customers. For example, Dove we have. Well, how does this Dove will position itself in the market? Like, it will provide soft skin, moisturizing, soft and moisturizer skin that it is providing. So, that is one of the benefit of using Dove. So, by using that, is they have positioned themselves in the customer's mind. Now, Dettol, like, it will kill the germs. 99.9% of the germs will be killed by using Dettol for different purposes. So, like that, as we can, they have promoted the various benefits of that product as they have positioned. Now, the next third type of positioning strategy that we have here, it is occasion based. Now, there are certain type of products that we have when to use that product. Based upon that also is they are going to position themselves. Like Nescafe, they will promote themselves like whenever you will wake up, your morning should be fresh. You should get that energy that will be carried out throughout the day. How we can do that one? They are telecasting the advertisements in such a way that have a cup of coffee in the morning. Then ultimately your entire day will be energetic. So like that is wake up coffee, like that as it is promoting. Like another example that we have, Cadbury Dairy Milk. It has positioned itself like share your happy moments with dairy milk. So by using this kind of elements, as they are going to help the customers, communicating to the customers when to use their product. I'll come to the next one, that is competitors based positioning. Yes, another type of position that we have is we will try to attack on the competitors, not directly but indirectly. Like we have an advertisement of Munch and Cadbury Dairy Milk. Dairy Milk has initially they have promoted their brand in such a way that आज पहली तारीख है कुछ मीठा हो जाए. With that tag that they have promoted, it's beginning of the month, salary day. Let us celebrate the salary day with Dairy Milk. Encountering to that, Munch has promoted itself like Sunday ho ya Monday, every day that you can celebrate your day with Munch. So by using that, what happened is we are going to attack on to the competitors and we are creating our strong positioning in the market. That is competitors based positioning strategy. We should analyze based upon that only as we can able to create the uniqueness. Otherwise, if we are blindly going with our product features and all, then then the customer might not able to create such kind of differentiation among our product with respect to competitive product. So the next one that we have, it is product class. To what class of people that the product is manufactured. For example, nowadays as we have, that is Red Bull, which has promoted itself like an energy drink. It is not just a soft drink, it is an energy drink that will help you in order to boost up your work, in order to get the energy very quickly. Like that as they will give. Next one that we have, it is quality positioning. That means here the positioning strategy can be used in order to explain the quality of that product among the minds of the customers. Best example, Intel. The various chips that are manufactured by the Intel company are more qualitative in the market. So it will position itself like we are the manufacturers of quality brands in the market. In that category, even we can talk about the Apple Mobile. Yes, innovation. We are the one who are very good in innovation and maintaining the quality. The next that we have, it is price positioning. Now, what is the concept of this price positioning? Positioning that we will do with respect to price. Either it might be high price or low price. One of the example that here I have listed here, that is Tata Nano. Tata Nano has created itself in the market like it is one of the cheapest car facility that is available in the market. With that, as we have created the positioning in the market. These are the various positioning strategies that we have. Now come to the next last concept of today's session, that is positioning error. Now whenever we are doing this positioning, there are certain chances that we will commit certain errors in that one. Those errors, the first one that we have, it is under positioning. When does this under positioning will happen? Being as a marketer, I have considered there are many products or features might be considered by me because I have manufactured that product. But do the customer will identify, do all these features are considerable factors for the customers? That I don't know. I have positioned. Because of that, what will happen? The customer will ignore. So that kind of positioning, that we'll call it as under positioning. Marketers consider the positioning aspects that the buyers are not aware of. The people don't know about all such type of features, and it even not considerable factor for those people. But I have positioned on that basis. In that case, what happened? The customer, whenever they'll see such type of advertisements and all, immediate question arises. So what? So that so what question is nothing but you have positioned under. Your positioning strategy is under position. So when it will occur means when the company does not have a good capacity or capability in order to position themselves. And generally this will happen with local brands in a competitive market. They don't have financially very strong to promote themselves, to position about their brands in the present competitive era. This is under positioning. Come to the exact opposite to that under positioning, that is over positioning strategy. Now over positioning represents that the companies have positioned themselves very narrowly. There are many other elements are also present, but they have communicated very narrow information to the public. In that case, it will happen, that kind of error, that we'll call it as over positioning. That is, Rolex has positioned itself only for rich class people. Does it is only for rich class people, or else for any other people also that it is representing? So that needed to be communicated to the people effectively. The third error that we have, it is confused positioning. Why this? The name itself is saying that confusion will arises whenever there is a mixture of things arises. Whenever there is an inconsistency. 1 month back I have telecasted about the quality of that product. Next I am communicating about the price of that product. Next after a month or after 15 days I am communicating about the stylishness of that product. Many things. There is no clarity. In that case, the customer is unable to identify what kind of brand or product our company is offering to them. Like there are certain cases, Subway that we have, it is offering certain type of food items to the people. Now the people are in the confusion. Does it is a fast food product that they are providing, or else it is a healthy products that we have. So such kind of confusion will arises whenever we are trying to communicate many things about our product to the customers. And the last type of error that we have, it is doubtful positioning. Doubtful positioning will arises when the customer could not able to believe the claim that you are giving. There are certain type of cosmetics majorly that they'll promote themselves like you will get the fairness within 6 months. Within 1 month, you will get hair loss will be reduced, hair color will changes, you will lose your weight. There are many these kind of advertisements that we have. The customers could not able to believe on the promises that the company is giving to them. Such type of positioning, as we'll call them as doubtful positioning. For today's session, this is the end, and in the next session, as we will continue the same topic of positioning. We will discuss about the process of positioning and POPs and PODs. Thank you.